Friends, good evening. This is Vivek Prakash, and I am once again here with this webinar. I hope you are enjoying these webinars and finding them useful. Today, I will focus on how to pass the PMP exam and achieve PMP certification, a global credential. Now, it's quite old subject as such. In fact, probably as old as PMP certification. And this is not the first time I'm taking up this subject. But what happens after some time, a fresh lot of people aspire for PMP certification and they have the same question in their mind, how to pass this exam and achieve this certification. Why this question they come to my mind, in their mind, is because they search internet and what they find that hundreds of people are saying, this is very difficult. It is very difficult to clear, at least in the first attempt. Now, any new participant or new aspirant find it like start losing heart, start losing his confidence that and have the same question, will I be able to pass this exam in the first attempt? So this question keep coming again and again, and therefore I also keep coming addressing this point again and again. And this time I'm again, and I will try to put some new points, the changes which has occurred, the new things which are cropping up. I will bring those things also and try to give some kind of guidance and some kind of like a path or a roadmap that will help people to understand it's not as difficult to pass the exam, or it is not as difficult as you see it on internet, that it's very difficult. I think it's not very difficult, but let's take it, it's not very easy also. So it's what is required, you just need to take it a bit seriously actually and do a little study for it. Yeah, so it has its credibility. It has a credential which is global credential. In the project management area, it has the most acceptance. And there is a reason behind it, because not every what we say anybody here and there can go and pass the exam. It requires serious studies. It requires a serious understanding of project management concept. It requires some kind of practical experience, and then only you can achieve it. If that kind of uh, that moderate difficulty is not there, then it will lose its credential actually. People will stop valuing it, right? So when we achieve something valuable, it requires a serious and considerable effort. And I think we should be ready to invest that much of time and effort if this is really going to make a difference in our life. And I'm telling you, if you achieve this, it is going to make a difference in your life. So let's get into this and see that why we need this and how to get it actually. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can always put this into the chat box. I am with my colleague here with Kalyan Raman, and he will be watching those. So please do not mark only to me, mark to everyone, so that the other people can see what are the questions, and we will take up those questions. I will try to take those questions at the end. This is not something which had required a lot of discussion among us, but this required more a kind of guidance. So it will going to be like more I am talking and you more listening, but you may be getting a lot of questions in your mind. So my suggestion that whenever the questions come, instead of before it get dropped and you forget about it, better you drop this into the chat box, right? And mark it to everyone so that everybody is aware of the question. Right, so the topic here today is how to earn PMP certification, right? And so what is required is your name on this certification. correct? That is what will be the success of this webinar, or you will take steps after this webinar, or you are already taking, probably this webinar will help you further. So who will get benefited from this? Right? I talked about this in the last webinar a little bit, but let me give you a little more idea, because that was a little more overview. This will be a little more detail, and because I talked about at that time that I'm going to talk more about it in the upcoming webinar, and that this is the one I'm going to talk about. So this is for the practicing project managers who think PMP exam is too tough, because they have seen a lot of people saying on internet that is the thing, or the people who may be around who may find it not attempted it, or attempted it, maybe unfortunate few who did not pass in the first attempt, maybe saying that it is very difficult. But I tell you, we have several people in our network who will tell you that no, it was not difficult actually. We were just thinking like that. Okay. So who people think that it is very difficult and like it required a lot of study, so keep postponing it. So I hope this webinar will definitely help those people. A good number of people are like that. Okay. A little variant of this, that not getting enough confidence to attempt this exam. Sometimes people say, let me book it actually. And if I book it, then I will get pressure and I perform better under pressure. So I will prepare and will pass also. So yes, it will build the pressure. You will prepare also, but if but the things can turn out to be either side if that is the case, probably. So I will suggest that build pressure your own instead of getting an external pressure. Learn how we build a pressure on us, and address that pressure instead of getting an external pressure. That's not a good idea of working under external pressure, or artificially building some pressure on us because I perform better under pressure. Probably I have got a lot of bosses who keep putting pressure on me. So I'm habitual to be working better in the under pressure. That's probably so. If that is the case, let's get rid of this habit also, if this is the case. There are senior fellows who have lot of work, and they are not getting time how to prepare them. Then if they go through this webinar, probably they find that it doesn't require that kind of investment they may be looking for. So that it is much simpler than what they are thinking, and this required much less investment than they may be thinking. And it is not, it will they will be able to do it easily. It's not a big deal. Let me tell you, the senior fellow, because have lot of experience, have understand the conceptual questions, which are most of the time, like most of the questions are situational. So the more experienced people understand them fast, so the success rate for the more experienced people is higher. So I think the more experienced people should get motivated with this statement, that it is higher success rate for the more senior fellows. Junior people have to learn little more. Senior fellow has to learn little less, because it's a very conceptual program. Right? I will talk about what the senior fellows actually face the problem, and they also have some their own peculiar issues, but we'll discuss about that also. Trained professional looking for a little help, and so they are sitting across. The river is very deep. The river is very deep. The river is very deep. So they are looking for some. क्या कहते हैं उसको, डूबते को तिनके का सहारा. So they are looking for some that tinka that through which they can actually sail through the river. So probably this webinar could be one of them. Okay, so and the professional people need professional guidance, so we'll try to give a professional guidance to you, and I hope this will be helpful to you. Right, so let's see if you fall in any of these categories. This will be very helpful to you. Even if you don't fall in any of these categories, you will still get a lot of understanding of PMP certification. I hope it will still be useful to you. The first motivator for anything is always why. even for the exam, even for the a project, we talk about a project. Why do you project? When you are doing a project, the first question we tell you to ask you is, why are you doing it? What's the benefit of it? So the biggest motivator for putting efforts and getting it is the answer of the why. So if you think that it is going to make a big difference or it's going to be a significant difference, then probably the motivation is high and you will attempt it faster and you get it faster, right? So let's see what is the benefits of why we are doing this certification, right? So add credibility, right? You see a lot of policemen having 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, IPS, IAS, or something like that, people writing titles here and there. So PMP is also then. It tells people that this person even does not speak anything, have some kind of understanding on project management. When they challenge you, they will challenge after a thought, right? And just not like that. So it build a credibility. When you flaunt your resume, other person receive it, you give it that kind of respect to it. Okay, I'm hiring it. This person is PMP certified. I have to ask that kind of questions, right? And so it give you a credibility in this, and that's why it is called a valuable credential, right? What is the second thing? Second thing, the most another the biggest motivator is higher salaries. So does it guarantee higher salary? No, nothing. In this world, there is nothing guaranteed, right? It's all about improvement or increasing or decreasing your probability of happening something. So when you become PMP certified, you have higher chances of gaining higher salaries. Means having more money in your pocket. Definitely responsibility increases. So responsibility, people looking for responsibility also, because higher the responsibility, higher the gain, more the better the career look like, right? So like PMI does this salary surveys every I think every year or so, and they tell that on an average 16% anyway people get it actually, right? In some cases even 30% or even more than that. In many cases even more than that. Second is your acceptance increases, right? So you have more opportunities actually. Because more opportunities, you have more choices, the chances of better salaries also. Another thing is that you expand your career opportunities, right? More people ready to accept you because they know. Because see, like especially I talk about in India, a lot of outsourcing. Even today, a lot of outsourcing is happening. Whenever the Europe and America go through recession kind of situation, they increase their outsourcing. So India's software industry, especially, and even today, if I talk about not only software industry but manufacturing also, because a lot of companies are migrating from China and looking for that what is the next place where they can do. So you see, if you look at the graph of expansion of manufacturing industry, it's sharply increasing. So there are a lot of acceptance of certified people in manufacturing as well. When more people come in, more people move here and there, more houses required, more shops are required, more offices are required, and definitely boom, the construction activity, the industry also, everything is connected, right? And therefore, more investment come. When the more investment come, the people sitting outside of India, what they look for? They look for that somebody who come on the project who can able to manage the project, and the such kind of credential, which is a global credential, is the very handy thing to pick up the people that even may not be knowing, but at least he has this kind of knowledge, right? So career opportunity grow with this actually, not only the salary things. Get promoted, of course you have better choices, right? So get promoted, even your company appreciate you. Many companies reimburse your expenses. Many companies have this kind of policy, you pass and we pay. They really want a performance. So if you pass, they will say, okay, we'll reimburse it because you are more useful, because they can tell their client that we have PMP certified project managers. Even if you are running your own company, you can tell that my company, I am PMP certified, my company has PMP certified project managers, and therefore you can trustfully give me your projects and we will deliver you better results. And yes, so it will lead to the latter thing, deliver better results, right? Deliver projects better, that has to be committed. So this journey of clearing PMP exam is just not getting credential, but also improving your knowledge, also improving your thought process, also improving your style of executing project, and therefore delivering better projects. So don't take it just get the certificate. Okay, when you are getting a car with some effort, don't just be satisfied with just a tire, right? So when you prepare it and pass the exam, you will not only just become a PMP certified, you become a better professional, right? A better professional is a full car. Only certification is just one tire, right? So don't be satisfied with just only tire. Get a full car, right? Become a professional project manager, right? Don't, I will say many people go for trainings which give guarantee that, okay, we will give you guarantee that you will pass. Become a project manager who give guarantee that your project will be successful. Don't become a project manager who seek guarantee. Become a project manager who give guarantee, right? That is what the professional better approach is and better delivery is. And prepare and get into this journey with this mindset that I'm the person who will give guarantee to for the project success. I will not seek the guarantee from that end, right? So don't get into trap of the guarantee. Okay, become person who give guarantee. Okay, so let's look at it. What is the I cover this in the last webinar quickly, but let's, because we are talking about exam passing, so but understand the exam, and a lot of people probably might have not attended the earlier webinar. So for them, let's have a refresh. So this exam is of 180 multiple choice questions. That means it has a question, it has some multiple choices. You can have one answer right, you can have two answer right, you can have three answer right, you can have four answer right. So don't consider only one answer is right. Maybe multiple options could be right. But the good thing is like easier, making it easier, right? It tells you how many answers are right. So it will say select any two, right? You have given four options. If two answers are right, then will they select two choices. So you know you have to give two choices. You are not completely blind that I don't know how many are right actually. So when you are taking one or two, you are not sure if you have to take three or you have to take one, right? So it always tell you the select three, select two, right? So this way it is easier. You know, two are right, three are right, right? There could be some questions which may not be of like multiple choice, which have a matchmaking kind of thing. So you have to drag something from here to here, here to here, here to here, something like that. Or there will be some questions who will ask you to click on a particular spot on the screen, right? So there are choices on the, like consider a map. Show me where is India, where is America? So India is here, America is here. So something like that. Okay, you can get some such kind of questions also. Not many. Most of the questions are multiple choice. Most of them will be one choices, but there will be a lot of questions which have more than one answers. But they will tell you either answers are two or three. That is good. Now it has three sections. It has three sections. What are the three sections? 60 questions, 60 questions, 60 questions. So part one, part two, and part three, you consider that. All parts are similar, just divided into three parts. Between two parts, you can take a 10-minute break. So you will be offered 60 questions. You can answer those 60 questions and submit them. Once you submit them, it will give you an option of taking a break of 10 minutes. It's your choice. You can take it, you can leave it. You can just continue with the another 60 section. It is not restricting you that, okay, you complete this in 70 minutes, 80 minutes, 90 minutes. You can take 100 minutes or more also. Not in your favor, but you can. It is not going to stop. It will keep you prompting you that there is a break possible. You can take a break by submitting. But you can take the break only after submitting 60 questions. And you cannot go back on these 60 questions. The part one is over. So when you move to the part two, you cannot go to part one. When you submit the part two, you cannot go to the part two and part one. You have to go to part three and you cannot come back. So part one, part two, part three, you just consider. And between these two parts, there is an option of 10 minutes break, maximum 10 minutes break. Not necessarily 10 minutes. It may be 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Choice is yours. Right? Now, look at it, a little statistics, just give you a little mathematics, because I'm telling you that I'm going to make it simple for you. So 230 minutes, 180 questions, what you will get? 1.28 minute per question. Every question, see 1.28 minutes. Is it too much or it is too less? Okay. For many questions, it is too much. For many questions, it is too less. So some questions are going to take more time. They are very lengthy. They are very wordy. You may probably take a full minute to read it actually and understand it. I like in a training, if you attend a training, we'll generally give some guidance how to approach such questions which are very lengthy. And some questions very, very simple. You can simply read it and answer it. May not require even 30 seconds to answer, right? So, but what is here is, if you take 1.2 minutes for 60 questions, right? You normally get around 75 minutes. So what is your target? 60 questions, 75 minutes. Try to achieve 60 questions in 75 minutes. I will suggest you try to make it in 65 minutes. Keep 10 minutes for review, something like that. So target first 60 questions for 65 minutes. Keep 10 minutes for review and submitting it so that your performance is better. We'll discuss it a little more later. Just for handy statistics, I just put this here. How the questions will come? Process related questions. Process means how to prepare risk manager, risk register, how to define a scope, how to prepare schedule, right? This is called process. So 50% questions are related to this, process related. 42% question people related, asking you like how you build the team. Like if there is a conflict between two members, how do you resolve it? Right? How you make a faster decision, how you collaborate among the team members, how you align the team towards project goal. This is called people related leadership kind of skills. We call it power skills. The way of working and power skills, 42% question. And then the business acumen. What the hell we are going to get from this project? What benefit my organization is getting from this? What benefit my client is getting from this? What kind of takeaway for these people by I'm building a product, but what kind of benefit this product going to bring to the client or to the organization? That is called business acumen. So 8% questions are there, but quite important point actually. Many project managers are very weak in understanding the business aspects of project. One more thing which I didn't talk about it here. So one more thing I will tell you, there is a lot of buzz around agile project management. So PMI is not untouched from that. So in PMI also, there is a lot of buzz around agile project management. So consider that almost 50% questions come on either on agile, maybe seeking agile and seeking your understanding of agile concepts, or having an agile background. May not be asking you questions on agile concept, but having an agile background. You say, okay, you have prepared a backlog. So prepared a backlog, but question is very normal. It may be a people-oriented question, but normal, right? So agile concepts are important to understand. This is not a big challenge of people coming from IT industry, but this could be a significant challenge or maybe a considerable challenge for the people coming from manufacturing and construction or other industry where the agile is not that popular. Today, IT, almost every company apply agile by and large. But probably the manufacturing companies and the construction companies, they are not having that kind of agile penetration, and therefore those people have to put an extra effort. I will come to that also later because it's a matter of distribution. I thought, let me click on that also. Who are eligible? Okay, eligibility, there are two criteria. One is your experience, second is your project management education. No, I'm not talking about the other education. Project management education. Project means your training on project management. You need minimum 35 hours of formal project management training. Formal project management, informal project management training does not work. Okay. So formal project management training, the people who are CAPM certified, you don't know what is CAPM, then that point is not for you. It is only for you who are PMP, who are CAPM certified. So if you are PMP, CAPM certified, you consider 35 hours of project management training is exempted for you. Now, if you are a graduate, you need 3 years of project management experience. If you are undergraduate, then you need 60 months, that is 5 years of project management experience. So when you have sufficient experience and 35 hours of training, you can apply for PMP exam. Okay, we also conduct PMP training and we give the certificate. That certificate will enable you to apply for PMP exam. Now, this is the PMP certification process. Now, how it works, I showed you in the first webinar, but let me give you an idea. I just showed you in the previous webinar, but this time I will take you through it. So what is here? Let me give you a little. Okay, this is the pattern. Okay, you can go on PMI website and open an application and start filling it. You can submit this application anytime before 90 days from opening the application. Okay, nobody takes 90 days. In 1 or 2 or 3 days, they normally submit it. Okay. Sometimes people send it to me and I may be busy, take 1 or 2 days to review it. So those people need to little bear with me. My participant often like bear with me with this, that okay, I will tell them something important. Sometimes I do, sometimes not required. People are intelligent enough. When you submit the application, normally within 5 days, you get the approval. Or otherwise, you get a notification of that your application is selected for audit. Now, as soon as you get a notification, in that the whole process of how to respond to the audit is given. You, according to the process, you just reply on the audit process. Within 5 days, you generally get the approval. Okay. Once you get the approval, now you are unable to give the exam. Not now, not yet. You have to pay the fee. So what is next? You have to pay the fee. Now pay the fee. The fee, I will come to the fee also. What is the fee? So and how to go about a fee? You pay the fee, and after paying the fee, it enables you to schedule your exam. So many people call me and ask when the exam happens. No, exam doesn't happen. Exam happen on this day. You have to schedule your exam. There are slot available. You go to the website of Pearson View, see that which slot is suitable to you and open. You can close that slot for you. And at that time, you go to the testing center and give the exam. Not necessarily you have to go to testing center. You can give the exam from the home also. That is a proctor based, proctor monitored exam, which you can do it from your home also, right? The only drawback giving from home is that for all infrastructure, you are responsible. If anything goes here and there, then proctor generally cancel the exam. And then on PMI to decide whether your attempt is lost or the attempt is stay there, right? Now, So you have scheduled your exam either from the home or from the testing center. You give the exam, submit. You see your score that okay, you have passed the exam. Nowadays, they give you a provisional result that you have passed the exam, and then they say okay, within a week they will give you the final confirmation. Okay, so wait till final confirmation. Generally, it does not change, but in some cases it may change if they find there are some unethical means which are used. Okay, so don't go for unethical means. I think people are intelligent, right? So you will get the from that day you are PMP certified, and PMP certification is valid for only for 3 years. Okay. Every 3 years you have to renew it. How do you renew it? By giving the exam? No, you don't give an exam this another time. Many people ask that, okay, oh, I have to give an exam another time. No, there is no need to give the exam another time. You have to earn some PDUs. What is PDUs? Professional Development Unit. How do you earn it? You earn it by doing some activities in project management. Okay, you can take some training on project management. You can conduct some webinars like this. You can get the PDUs. You can attend such webinars, get the PDUs. Probably many of you maybe already PMP certified, have attending this webinar to gain one PDUs, which is a very, very good method of attempting, because you're learning and you can guide other people. What you learn from me, you can guide other people in your network. You become guide for the other people. I think that is what it should happen. Knowledge is the knowledge which get propagated, right? It a content a content restricted knowledge is not really a knowledge. Okay, so propagate it, tell the other people, guide other people, and if you face any challenge, you can reach out to me, right? So every in 3 years you have to earn 60 PDUs. That means on an average, consider that you have to invest 60 hours of your time in project management kind of knowledge, understanding, either giving or taking kind of things, right? So you will earn 60 PDUs. Not 60 hours are not too much in 3 years, right? In 1 year, 1,500 hours you work actually, right? Almost 1,500 hours you work. So in 3 years, it is 4,500 hours, right? Just 60 hours, not big. Many people struggle for that also. Many people come to me, they say, only few months are left, how to earn 60 PDUs. So that's why I started this webinar also. You just join this webinar, your job is done. Okay. So it's as simple. Correct. So you earn 60 PDUs, you submit your 60 PDUs on PMI website and pay a renewal fee, you get renewed. And this is what you keep doing every 3 years, right? If you don't do it, your PMP certification will expire. Okay. So don't allow it to expire. It is indeed very useful. Right. So let's move on. I will tell you about the fee. So this is the fee. I have taken only two fees here. One is Indian price. Indian price is generally applied in Africa also, but many other places does not. So USD, the price generally apply across the world, except in Indian continent and the African continent. Okay. So Indian and African continent is the right hand side which generally apply. Okay. So if you are a member of PMI, you pay only 23,288 rupees if you are an Indian resident or live in India. If you do not live in India or Africa, you live in any developed countries, India is still developing, right? You pay $405. $405. Nine. If you are a non-member, you end up paying $555. If you're not in India, if you're in India, 45,510. Okay. Now, how to get the membership? Membership is easy. You can go on PMI website, or you can tell us also. We can give you vouchers of membership and the PMP exam fee, both. Okay. Our people normally get some kind of discount. Okay. So you can earn the fee. You can pay the fee, which is 9,020 rupees or $129. and one-time application fee, which is a $10 and $820. So effective fee is $139 or 9,840 rupees for membership. Now, how much you will end up paying? If you in India, you end up paying 33,000, like is 9,840 plus 23,288. 33,128 if you're in India, if you become member and pay exam fee. If you don't become member, then you end up paying 45,000, right? Almost 12,000 rupees of difference. It's very significant difference. If you are in developed countries, you end up paying $544. If you don't become member, and for non-member, it is $555. You again pay $10 more, right? You're not saving anything, you're paying more. Correct. So if you like, as I said, you get a discount if from pmwares if you go for it. Now let's see how to pass the PMP exam. That is one thing which is the main thing about this the core, the crux of this webinar, which you may be waiting for. Right? The first question comes: is it really very difficult? Right? I normally say, don't search Google, don't search internet. Otherwise, you virtually will give it up, right? Why? Because you will see hundreds of people saying it is very difficult, it is very difficult, it is very difficult. So you say, yeah, this is, should I take, should I not take, what should I do? And you will think 10 times before even spending money on the training. And then after training you, and then you spend many months, when you are eligible, when you are ready to give the exam. So this is where the problem is, right? So this is what I'm going to address here. So I says, no, it's not very difficult, but it's not very easy also. If it is very easy, it may not be that valuable, right? So ready to put some effort to get something valuable. So let's look at it. What do you need? First, 100% commitment. Make commitment to you, not for others. What is the difference between a promise and commitment? You know what is the promise between promise and commitment? What is the difference between promise and commitment? Promise is made to other people. I will do this for you, right? And commitment, you made a promise to yourself. Right? So make a promise to yourself that you are here to do this. Okay? Don't hesitate in that. And if you don't do it, rest of the thing does not matter altogether. Because when there is no commitment, what are you going to do it? So everything happens through commitments, right? Second thing, a mentor. I generally sell, if you want to make it easier, if you want to make it faster, if you want to make it sure, have a mentor. I'm not telling me, I say any. There are hundreds of people who are very good. They are giving very good advices on this, very good trainers. Take any of them, right? But stay in connection with some of these people. Don't prepare in isolation. Keep a friend with you, right? Who can help you out. Have some right resources. Many people take one book, consider it as a Bible, and then wrote it from end to end, and then give the exam for nowhere, going nowhere, right? So no book is Bible here who can pass the exam. It's your understanding concept. So not one book. We have to focus on concepts, right? And then the consistency. What is consistency? The topmost thing which I can talk about consistency is this. You all know what is consistency is all about, right? And what consistency give you. So let me show you a simple tortoise and the hare story video to recollect and remind you, because this is something very important. Okay, so let me give you this idea. You will be happy to see this. Yeah. So you got it. This is what is what is the consistency is all about. You're not bothered about left, right, up and down. Don't be here looking all around except the target. Look at the target, keep going on. And I will talk about what is consistency, because that is inbuilt in the plan. What is consistency? And you have to build. I can tell you, consistency deliver magic. You will be surprised. And that's why I say that's the most important thing, and I'm emphasizing on it. 100% commitment and the consistency are the most important things. Then you must have the right resources, and a mentor will help you out a lot, actually. Look at this. This is what I simply plan. I tell my participant the same thing I'm telling you. It is a 30 days plan. And what it's about 4 steps. You see everywhere there are 4 steps. First is review a topic, like it says review project management foundation. Review a topic. Then attempt some questions, because our system, our virtual learning system give you normally 30 questions. So I have put 30 questions because it is meant for my participants. I have put the same thing here. So I said, but some questions, some considerable questions, maybe 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, whatever it is. Give some questions so that you get to know. Now, when you are attempting the questions, whatever the questions are you find doubtful, you mark them that these questions are doubtful. Now you see the answers of the question. How many you answer correctly, how many you answer incorrectly. So now you get 2 type of questions. One is doubtful. Second is you mark incorrect. There will be questions which are doubtful, but you mark them right, but you don't consider them right. You are still doubtful, right? So we have, because there is some concept which is not clear to us. That's why we are doubtful, right? So we have to ponder on that. Don't be happy that I'm okay with that. I have marked it correctly anyway. No, I have to be 100% sure about marking the question, marking the right answer. Okay. So questions which are doubtful, questions which I mark incorrect. Now my job is the third thing come to. The fourth step is to fill the gap. This is the most important step. Fill the gap. This whole exercise is to fill the gap. What it shows, the doubtful questions and the questions which are marked incorrect, what they show the gap between what PMP exam expects from you, what the level PMP exam expects, and what level you are. And you have to fill that gap on a continuous basis. So fourth step is the most important. Filling the gap is important. And you do it on a daily basis, right? Review one topic, attempt some questions, find some doubtful and incorrect answers, marked answers, and then go what concept was not clear, review that concept, understand it, talk to your friends, talk to your mentor, and see the explanation, but be clear that you have understood this concept. Next time this question will come or similar question will come, you will mark it right. If you do that, you will reach very faster to your aim, right? So you keep doing this for first day, second day, fifth day, seventh day, 10th day. You keep doing this. So every topic you can cover in 2 weeks, in 2 days. Okay. And then slowly go here, go here, go here, go here. And on 30th day, you can, on 29th and 30th day, you can attempt a full mock exam and see how much you are doing. In general, this should be good enough, but some people may be slow, some people could be faster. So adjust this plan as per your speed. Don't be too slow or too fast. Don't try to achieve this in 1 week. Don't try to achieve in this 6 months, right? That's not a good idea. But this has, and if you do it on a daily basis and have been consistent, I can tell you this will give you magic. You will be surprised with your performance. Consistency, with my experience, I'm like having over 30, 35, 32 years of experience. I can tell consistency always give you the magic results. So be consistent in your approach. Don't be shy in that. Now look at the resources you need. What resources you need? I will give you some resources. You can have additional also, but generally you don't need it. You need PMBOK guide. This is 7th edition, right? Look at this. This is 7th edition. Right? This is 7th edition. Then even 6th edition is quite useful. I'd say for preparing this, the PMP exam is no more attached to PMBOK. Even if you don't read PMBOK, you can still pass the exam. Okay. So it is not based on PMBOK. PMP exam is a project management exam, is not a PMBOK exam. Okay. So even studying 6th edition will be equally helpful to you. Not necessarily only 7th edition. Okay. I generally recommend 7th edition, but I will say re-study the 6th edition also. It also have a same concept in a different way. So 6th and 6th edition have a two different viewpoint altogether. So both will be helpful to you. Then agile practice guide or any other agile guide, not necessarily PMI practice guide, any other agile guide, which will give you good understanding of agile concept. Almost 50% questions coming from on agile concepts. So better have a good understanding of agile. Then if you are taking a PMP exam, a PMP training from a authorized training partner, you will get access to a student workbook of PMI authorized PMP exam prep course. Okay. So whomsoever attend our training, he gets this access to this book. Okay. So this book is good enough for you. And another big book which I generally recommend is the Harold Kosner's book, The Systematic Approach to a Planning, Scheduling, and Controlling of the Project. This is a very good book, very simply written, very lot of case studies, lot of questions, and lot of explanation in a very simple term. So if you want to understand project management, this is a good book actually in my opinion. So wherever you are confused, you have to get more understanding. This book is good, but in India, it is quite expensive. So I found a trick. Wherever I used to work, I tell the librarian to buy this book. Librarians are very happy to buy such books. And then you get it issued and study it, give it back to the library. And other people get benefited. So you bring the book and a lot of people get benefited, including you. So that is a good approach without much investment or without any investment as such. Okay. And librarians are very happy to buy such books actually because they want a good books in their library. And if you are at, right. So if you're attending our training, you will get this book. Probably if you're attending some other training, there are a lot of trainings happening all around, not our book only. They will also give you some stuff of studying it. So this is also a good book. And I think if you have this much is good enough, right? What you need additionally from here is the mock practice questions and mock exam, right? So you should practice the question paper questions, and because it will give you idea, it will tell you that how to give answer. It will help you to manage your time. It will help you to understand what type of questions come and how to attempt them. So addition to this is access to a practice question and mock exam. That is also will be required. Okay. So there are some tips here, which are like I will normally give. Better you read the PMBOK guide. Also get a lot of understanding of agile concept as I keep saying it. Okay. Don't rely on your real life experience. Real life experience is more on common practice, not on best practice. PMP exam asks for the best practice, not for common practice. So look for the best practices. Okay. Understand the PMI philosophy. Most of the questions are situational. Focus on understanding concept. That will be easier. Don't go for rote learning kind of things. Okay. So your conceptual understanding will help you to distinguish between the two options, which may be looking very similar. Right? Considerable questions are very lengthy and you take a lot of time to understand them. So practice such questions so that you know how to get crux of the matter very quickly, because not all the information is useful in a lengthy question, right? So you need to learn how to reach to the crux of the matter faster when the lot of text is there. Correct? Focus on attempting good questions, not lot of questions. Don't do lot of questions. Do good quality questions and focus on filling the gap, not on too many questions. Too many questions will become a kind of rote learning, which will not help you much. Don't follow any book as Bible, including PMBOK. It will dodge you. As I say, have consistency, get variety, understand concept, refer to different books, get your conceptual understanding better. Don't follow a book. Follow project management principles. Okay. There is no negative marking. Attempt all questions. Do not fall into the trap of people who are promising you that they will make you pass the exam or they will do a proxy or something like that. Lot of crap is there in the area. Some people will call you, some people will tell you that you come give us the money, we'll make you pass the exam. Don't fall into such kind of false trap. It's all, look at this, preparing the exam is a journey. Okay, it's not just give you the credential, it will make you a really world-class professional. Use this journey to become a world-class professional, not just look for a tire. As I said, get the full car. Don't just buy the tire. It will not help you. Okay, so what is the conclusion here? Is it worth having PMP certification? I will say if you are looking to build your career in project management or even management, then this certification is a kind of must. That is my opinion. Okay. You can make your own opinion. Is it difficult? Not difficult, but not easy also. And it should not be easy as such, right? It requires serious and systematic studies. The mentor will make it easier. Can I pass it in first attempt? Yes, of course. Why not? Most of the people actually pass it in first attempt. There are only very few people who do not pass it in first attempt. So don't get into those few people. Just get a little serious. If you have right resource, if you have a mentor who can follow this guidance, study consistently. I say consistently, and if you are committed to pass in first attempt, you will pass in first attempt. Anything what you want to gain, you gain that. So don't be like very. Let's attempt a question. Okay, so let's attempt a question. I love to give where is the, let's say, where is the question? I launch this question to you. Okay, you can see this question in front of you.
Yes, yes, visible.
Okay, so let's attempt this question. Okay, I give you 30 more seconds. Okay, in 10 seconds, I will just close it. Please attempt. Okay, I'm going to close it. Okay, let's see. Let's close it. So how many people have? Almost 75% have attempted. This is okay. I will share the result with you also. Okay, and I will show you the correct answer also. Okay. So you get the correct answer. So almost 33% have answered this question. This
Yes,
answer.
sir. Correct.
You are seeing this, right?
Yes, the results are visible.
Okay, and correct answer also visible, right?
Yes.
Good. So good attempt, and this is looking too good. And let's start this. I will say now it is the question answer time. So if you have any question, we have some couple of minutes. We can take up some questions if there are any. If there are any in the this.
I have answered most of it already. So
Okay, you have already answered. That's really
yeah,
great.
yeah. So while you are doing the session, so there is somebody who wants to have a session on submitting the application and any guidance. I would not encourage that. I would say they can
How to
reach.
submit the application? Okay, okay, okay.
I think they can reach out to us. We can help them.
Yeah,
One
or we can take a little more overview around that. So we'll include that also. Okay, how to how to like hold this process as such. Probably that will be make sense. We can do that. Okay. Okay, sir. Also session on giving it back for earning PDUs. Okay, so we can have how to earn PDUs. We can have a session on that, and we'll include giving it back to the profession also.
This is one form of it, primarily giving it back.
Okay.
Like
Do you any
something
package to get the 60 PDUs to renew the PMP certificate? Yes, we have a package. This webinar itself is a package. We'll give you more than 60 PDUs. More than 60 PDUs. Just need to attend this webinar and let the other people also know. So
so
what is
Yogesh,
the cost of the training?
I would
Okay.
encourage him to connect with you.
Okay. So cost of the training, Yogesh, I will suggest you to connect with us and we will tell you the cost of the training. I don't want to make this free webinar as a commercial one. So, but you can always get in touch with us. Okay. Or most of the questions you have already answered. Recording will be available on YouTube, yes, and will a link generally we send it to all the people who have attended with the mail, which will come to you as like telling you that you have attended this program. This is also a proof for you to claim one PDUs.
Okay, there is one more suggestion to do an overview of all the PMI certifications other than PM. Okay, we will
Okay,
explore that.
we can do that as well.
We will
Yes.
explore that.
What are the other things and so and one more thing actually. So this is anyway done. Next week, we will focus on business aspects of the project management, and we'll come to you with bringing some of the business aspects. And also one thing, you probably may forget this. So what I have done actually, one more thing, what I have done, and you can get access to this. Oh, what happens? 1 minute. I have prepared a ebook actually, how to pass the PMP exam in 30 days. Okay. All these things which I have explained you, I have put this here also. So you can get this book so that it's always with you and you probably can So all this complete plan is there. I've taken the plan from the same with all reference things are there. And so this is what I have presented you, and I have put this into an ebook also. And this ebook you can get access to it. So I will make this available. This ebook make available to you, and so you can have retain this. If anybody is looking to for some help, you can immediate help. You can be provided to this, or you can also guide the other person. Okay. Great. So we have exceeded our time, and you people have been very patient to us. And thank you very much for all your support, help. Keep attending our webinar. This will what will encourage, infuse new blood in us to bring better webinar to you, and we'll see that we can address your most of the questions, most of the needs. Okay. Great. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.